Hey guys, welcome back to Open It and Play. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Ursa Major Build-A-Figure series Ultron. This Ultron is one that I've had for a very long time. He was on my wall for a long time before I opened him, but finally I opened him up and I bought a lot of the next version of this figure. The next version is the one that's sadly not painted silver, but they just cast it in like a gooey, silvery, shiny plastic. That one is not near as dynamic and fantastic looking as this one, but it is still a good figure for Ultron drones. So that is one of my first armies that I built, is Ultron drone army. Having trouble with this. Okay, there we go. This is the back of the box. You can see I bought it in Japan. I did buy it a very long time ago. I can't remember if I bought it from the internet or from a shop, but anyways, obviously shops are on the internet too, but this Ultron is cool because it's kind of a classic appearance of Ultron, and they did a good job with the silver paint as we see in here. We're just gonna open it up first so you guys can get an idea. Ultron is one of the best Marvel villains in my opinion. I love how his story sort of haunts Hank Pym. Hank Pym tried to make a silly, easy to defeat robot that could trick the other Avengers or capture them, and then Hank Pym could cast himself as like a worthy hero by defeating. But he's always a hero that sort of rides the line because he doesn't really have faith in his own abilities. But we've got an Ultron logo in there, if that will focus, hopefully. But yeah, Ultron creates Vision later. Ultron creates tons of versions of himself. I'll just get onto the review instead of blabbing. So, but yeah, anyways, Ultron always upgrades himself, makes a new version, and this is one of the more formidable versions from the classic comics. So, the accessories first. The Ursa Major Build-A-Figures piece looks like this. I do have Ursa Major. I collected all the pieces to build Ursa Major. I might have bought some of the pieces from eBay, but this is an old chunky Build-A-Figure. It's a pretty nice Build-A-Figure. You can probably get the newer version of this Ursa Major, which comes as an alternate head with the body of Grizzly, and he's packaged as like a Spider-Man villain. But yeah, the new one, the head can actually pose his jaw. This old one, you can't really pose his jaw, and the brown color is different. So, but anyways, this is not wanting to focus on Ursa Major. Okay. Anyways, we'll put that off to the side. And Ultron's accessories, his actual accessories. So we have a couple of fists. We have a kind of gripping hand, another gripping hand over here, and then an open palm hand, kind of the, I'm ruling the world. And then we also have this little energy effect, like a Kirby crackle spark or plasma effect. And that is based on the old artwork. And we're going to be able to put that into his mouth to make him sort of look like he's completely full of energy and angry. Sort of leaking energy out of his mouth. Okay, we've got these all. All right, I cannot get this out. Sometimes these things are just kind of, there we go. Because sometimes they're just kind of perfectly wrong position, so you can't quite grab them. Okay, here are the alternate hands that we have. The first pair are a pair of fists. So these are nice and shiny, nicely detailed. Every part is shiny. This part is cast in the gray plastic, but that's good because you're not going to have paint chippage. But you may have paint chippage on the inside of these pieces, but not on this swivel part at least. So, okay. And then we also have the grip hand, which I said comes with the figure on this hand. So you have a matching grip hand for this one. And then you have this open palm one here. So, okay. And as far as the hinges go, they are all horizontal, guys. So every single hinge is horizontal. Okay. That might bum some people out, but Ultron doesn't need a gun. So, okay. And the crackle effect looks like this. It's pretty nicely painted. It's cast in a clearish orange style. And then you just slip it in here. If I can do it without chipping the paint. I'll try to go in from this side. There we go, kind of like that. Now you may think like, why does he have a dog bone? But he did kind of appear this way in some of the comics. Sort of like he's leaking energy out, like I said before. Okay, we're gonna go over his articulation, but we'll go over it kind of quickly and easily. We're not gonna push him too hard because this beautiful paint does chip if you put a lot of stress on it. His head is on a hinge and ball peg like usual for Marvel Legends. So he can look up really to beat the band, and he can look down just a heck of a lot too. So great range here. You can't really get a whole lot of attitude out of him, but you can get some. So that's nice. It's not zero, but if he's looking up, you get more. But if he's looking down, it's kind of harder to pull off. So, okay. Does the neck has no movement. Sometimes the Iron Man necks tend to have a little bit of wiggle or jiggle, but this guy's doesn't. His arms will go all the way around. These are the kind of free-floating shoulder pads, so they'll move with it. They can go up just about 90, but slightly less. He's got a nicely hidden bicep cut that just pegs onto his ballistic shoulder well. He's got double-jointed pinless elbows that will get you that far. And like we said before, his wrists do hinge horizontally, and they do swivel. So you got a twist in there. His diaphragm cut will go back that far, forward that far, side to side, pretty decent also. This is just a really good figure overall, especially for the age that it came out. It's not the newest thing, but they did a good job with pinless technology and making it look really smooth and really detailed. So, okay, and his waist cut is old style, but hey, that's okay for me. He's a robot. Okay. You could say it's less posability, but okay, his hips will go up that far, out to the side, a decent amount. He's a robot. He doesn't have to do the splits, but he does have a thigh cut that's nicely hidden right on the line. He's got double jointed pinless knees that will get you back that far. And then he does have a nice swivel at the ankle down below. That's hidden also with the line, the upper line here. Then his ankles will hinge forward and back, and he does have ankle pivot, though mine is really kind of gummy feeling. I think it needs to be heated up one time to be able to move properly. But okay, so Ultron is a pretty awesome bad guy. Let's get a look at his height, and then we'll get going. Maybe a couple comparisons if my phone doesn't overheat. It's trying to overheat this summer, so okay. Ultron is standing at just over 6.5 inches, so that will be about 16.5 centimeters or so. Okay, if we put him next to Nick Fury is pretty tall actually, so they stand almost the same height. We've got Doctor Strange here in the background. If we put Doctor Strange next to him, you can see Doctor Strange stands a little bit shorter. So I think it's a pretty good size. Sorry, these are really off center. It's a pretty good size for Ultron. Okay. Who is your favorite Avengers bad guy? Who is your favorite Marvel bad guy? I've got so many, so choosing just one is very hard, but Ultron is definitely up there. I'd say he's top 10, but probably top 5 if I am honest and think about it very carefully. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me. We'll see you on the next video. F Ice, take care, and see you later. Bye for now.